are. Beautiful.
All right, now this is the exact same stove that we were looking at on the floor in the barn, except here it's installed in the cabinet so that it's about a foot up off the floor. And I just as soon see some of those steaks go to work, frankly.
Why don't we throw a couple on, and then I'll explain how the range works to you as it's going along.
It looks pretty complicated over there on the left. What are all these?
Well, this particular setup is with the shish kebabber in place. This has the 4 meat skewers hooked up to the rotisserie motor. And of course, put small pieces of meat and vegetables on it, and these rotate as the grill element operates.
Okay, that normally is something that you would be doing inside an oven, right?
Well, either inside of an oven or in an outdoor car.
On an outdoor grill, yeah.
Now let me remove this, and I'll set the rotisserie in place. See, with the downdraft ventilation system, the range provides quite a bit of flexibility. They can really do a lot with the range that you couldn't do with any other range.
You know, Tom, I didn't quite understand. I'm looking at it now, and I see that all the smoke is going straight down in the middle. I thought before what you were saying was that it went down underneath the cooking element.
Well, no, the smoke goes down through the air grill, down through the center of the range.
Yeah.
The smoke is generated by the juices from the meat.
Right.
But now let me hook up the rotisserie here for you.
So if you had something going on the rotisserie or on the shish kebab and something going over here, both of them, all the smoke would be going right down the middle.
Oh, that's right, sure.
Excellent.
Now this, would, of course, would be for a larger piece of meat.
Chicken or a duck or something.
Chicken,
yeah.
duck. And the versatility doesn't stop there, Bob.
What else can you do with it? Did you put a timer on for those steaks, or are we...
Yes, I did. I set the timer to remind us when the steaks are cooked on the first side.
Okay, now what does that do?
Okay, this is a griddle.
Oh, sure.
Which you'd use for pancakes or eggs.
Frying the eggs, yeah.
Frying a piece of ham or something of that nature, of course, if you didn't want to use the grill. Now, in addition to that, we have a French fryer cooker.
Wow.
Now, this is an all-in-one. You have a basket in it for when you want to cook French fries, deep fry something. And of course it has a thermometer in it to record the temperature of the oil. And if you wanted to use for homemade soup or for stews, use just the cooker basket itself with the cover.
With a lid on it, yeah. All these different elements just hook into the same heat plug out in there.
Yeah, these accessories set on top of the grill element, which is underneath here.
I see.
Now this unit comes equipped with the Energy Saver grill. Now this you can split to use either the back half or the front half, and of course it's individually controlled here.
Okay. What is this business on the bottom of it now?
Okay, those are the flavor plates.
The flavor plates.
Okay.
Sounds magic.
Well, it's really no magic. We talk about outdoor grilling as charcoal flavor. Charcoal itself doesn't have any flavor. The flavor comes from the juice of the meat dripping into the hot coals, vaporizing, causing smoke. And the smoke rises through the food.
Yeah, so that the flavor you're really getting is through smoking the meat.
From the smoke.
So, but what does this do? This acts as the charcoal and collects the drippings and then heats them up and sends them back through.
The element heats this. This gets hot, as well as the grates.
It's cast iron.
It's cast iron with a porcelain finish.
Very good. Gets awfully greasy after a while, doesn't it?
Yes, it does, and it can go in the dishwasher for cleaning. Very simple.
Hey, Tom, what if I just want to boil a pot of water?
Nothing to it, Bob. Just simply take out the grill element and slip in. Now, this particular one is the white glass conventional cartridge. As you can see, it has a small element in the front and a large element in the rear. And it just slips in place.
Okay.
Now, in addition, if you prefer, you can use a conventional coil. Basically the same coil with a steel coil front and back.
You know, there's one thing that's occurring to me while we're watching these steaks drip down in there. A lot of these drippings, where do they collect? I mean, aren't you going to end up with a mess in the bottom of that section of the stove?
No, because there's a drain in the pan.
Oh, it's
time out. Let me turn the steaks.
I like mine rare.
I'll reset that to remind us when they're done.
Okay, so there's a drain in there where the grease collects.
That's right.
And then what happens?
It goes into a drain tube, down underneath the cooktop, into a grease jar.
Oh.
The grease collects in here. It's a standard mason jar. It just unscrews.
And you get
when
rid
it's
of it.
full, you can either replace it with a fresh one or clean it out and put it back in again.
Now, one thing that I was going to ask is that the size of the oven, given the equipment on the side here, looks a lot less than the average oven would be.
Well, because of the equipment on the side, the oven basically is turned around. It's the same size as a standard oven. The difference is that it's deeper.
I see. The width is going in depth-wise.
That's right. And it'll comfortably hold a 24-pound turkey.
Really? Superb. Okay, so you get 3 trays inside this. And now does the exhausting work the same way for the oven? I mean, if I open this thing up and I've got something making a lot of smoke in there, that also gets ventilated in the same
you
direction?
have normal air ventilation in the oven,
Uh-huh.
but in addition to that, this is a selective use oven. There's also a convection oven.
What is a convection oven, please?
Well, a convection oven uses the air to heat the food faster. The air moves across the food at a high rate of speed, and as it does, it strips away the cool layers of cold in the meat, per se, and they cause it to heat faster. That 24-pound turkey, for example, will cook in half the time in this oven as it will in
I've
conventional
heard of
oven.
convection ovens, but I guess basically it's just the reverse of wind chill factor.
Exactly.
Instead of getting cold because it's windy, it's getting hotter quicker because there's wind
Because the
running
air
around
is moving across it, it's heating it faster.
Superb. I wonder how the steaks are doing.
They're doing just fine, Bob. Are you ready to try a piece?
I think I could go for a bite of steak.
Okay. I'll lift one off here.
We haven't equipped you with a cutting board over here yet.
That's coming. Try that.
Now it's a little bit hot. Fantastic. You really do get the cookout flavor.
You certainly do, and
I'm
that's
impressed.
the way the range works.
Well, I'll tell you, Tom, it really complements our kitchen here. Pardon me for talking with my mouth full. I think it's kind of the final touch that we needed in here to make the bungalow the perfect kitchen. And I'm glad you could come out today, but we're running out of time for talking.
My pleasure.
In the kitchen. I could
Thank
stay
you,
and
Bob.
eat the whole steak, but I've got to go out and talk about a copper roof with the roofers.
I'm sure we'll find a volunteer.
Okay.